Yo, Trevor, how's it going? Yeah, I did one, not last Friday, but the Friday before. I didn't do one last Friday because I went to go see that Spider-Man movie. Got nothing coming right now, so it's gonna kind of be a chat session for now. We got red in all directions. I don't know if those of you watching, but did a Minecraft session right before coming out here. So, for those of you who maybe don't know, I've kind of started doing the Minecraft live things a little bit because a while back, maybe a year or so ago, I uploaded a video showing a train that I had built in this one city. And after I had uploaded it, a few people are asking, oh, you should do more of those videos. And I just hadn't quite figured out how I was going to go about doing it. And then those of you who might have heard of Ryan Trahan, he started doing Minecraft videos, and every once in a while I get, different people saying, little comments here and there, you should do Minecraft videos like Ryan Trahan. You should do Minecraft. You need to make more Minecraft. Show us more Minecraft. You showed us a little bit with the train. Show us some more. So that's why I'm like, well, instead of taking the time to sit, record, Minecraft video where I get a time where, it's quiet, nobody else is talking, why not just when I'm messing around in a survival world or I'm messing around in a creative world, why not just live stream that? I don't have to do commentary because there are sounds in Minecraft. You got the music, you got the animal sounds, you got the block sounds. There's enough people out there that do commentary already. Why not just, when I'm just playing, randomly, why not record that? So that's what I do. So when I do these little random Minecraft lives, that means I'm just playing. That way, making you guys happy, doing the Minecraft stuff, and I can still play, and while I'm playing, I'm getting views and watch hours just playing, basically. So kind of a win for everybody. And then that way, I really don't have to put in a whole lot of extra editing work, so I can still do my train videos, still do these live streams. The most extra work I have to do is open up OBS basically and put in what I want to title it, put in the description, and hit stream. That's all the extra work I have to do Minecraft videos like people have suggested they want to see. Instead of what started it was the Ryan Trahan, where he's got to record it and then upload it. I can just do it right there. open up OBS, type in the information I need to type in, hit stream, and start playing. And I don't have to do any extra editing. And that's the part I love, big time, is I don't have to do any extra editing, which means I can focus on my train videos and editing them.
BNSF West Hub Dispatcher, BNSF 3695 East, over.
3695. That's behind us. Hey, Jesse. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. How about you? Is that the X North Star Station? Yes, it is. Coon Rapids 1. Oh man, sprinkling. At least not a downpour. I'll take it. You're hanging in there, right? Oh man, that's a heavier rain. Daggone it. Son of a gun. Well, it's not super heavy, so my camera's not gonna get completely drenched. Lens cap on, trying to keep my camera. Not currently, except for it's raining right now. A little wet. All right, now it's letting up. A little foggy down there. But yeah. I don't know, West Hump was calling somebody. But yeah, it's all red in every direction right now. Ah, why does it sound like the rain's heavier? Ah, the bigger drops. Ah, shoot. It'll be fine. It's a good thing I'm not sweet or I'd be melting right now. Actually, I'm gonna do something. camera. My camera was starting to get too wet. So what I did is I just have it propped under my backpack. Let my backpack take the brunt of the rain. But I do need my radio though. Yeah, we need this. Yep. Yeah, see? All nice and wet. Talking about the dew. Yeah, so I'm going to be freehanding this for a little bit till that dies off. At least on the bright side, my camera's not going to get any more wet, which is good, because it got a little too wet for my liking. My iPhone can take it. I'm not sure about my video camera. Okay, Jesse, if you're putting stuff in like a different language, it must automatically be switching it to English, because you got a comment that says, I saw a soda can, I saw a can of soda, so you got, I saw a can of soda, I saw a can of soda, I saw a soda can, I saw a can of soda, I have a problem. Can you read any of those languages I put that in? So YouTube must automatically just put it in English. Hey, Original, how you doing? Not getting too wet. Like, it's my sleeve, you look at it, looks like it's pretty dry. Same with like that sleeve. Like, it's pretty good. So it's not like terribly too bad. Well, that's what it says. I have a problem. Problem. And that was you, Jesse. All right. Now it's kind of died down, but it still looks like you can kind of see where it's still kind of dark that direction. Not a single comment says ye the do. I wrote those in German, Spanish, Russian, and Zulu. Yeah, so then YouTube... rain's picking up. Yeah, so that must mean YouTube must automatically switch it to English then. Bro, you should have saw this morning. The sky was dark. Yeah, it was dark up by me too. Looked out the window at work and it was dark out. It's already bus number 3 since I got here. And I haven't even been here 20 minutes. Actually close because it took me a little bit of time to set up before going live. Took a couple minutes. So yeah, I've been here close to 20 minutes. Because whatever the live stream time is, I would add like 3 or 5 minutes on top of that. That's how long I've been here. I'm doing all right, man. Thanks for asking. I've watched you for a while. Hey, appreciate that. Have you been watching like the train stuff, or because I see you got Roblox as your name, or did you start watching because of the Minecraft? You're gonna become a must watcher soon. Well, if the train action is slow, might as well start watching those buses. When I was here 2 weeks ago, the amount of buses I saw, man, we're gonna have one heck of a stream. We'll just set up a tripod right down there and just watch the buses roll by. And then the trains will be the added attraction. Alright, well now it don't look super foggy down there anymore. Sky's looking clear right there. You go right back there, not so clear. Yeah, but the reason I could do the chatting in the Minecraft thing. I really could. But there's other people at home, and I don't want to have to tell everybody, be quiet for, however long I'm going to do it for. So that's why I do it the way I do it. That way I'm not an inconvenience to other people. Well, the lens might be a little, if there's... Hey, Seaboard, how you doing? I've never done Roblox. And that's one that's not really on my list. I know a lot of people do Roblox, but I don't know. It's never been something that's really... I've been crazy enthused to want to try. We're at 4 likes already? Heck yeah. 4 likes and it hasn't even been a half an hour yet. Keep it going, guys. Keep it going. We're at 4 likes. We've only been live for 21 minutes and haven't seen a single train yet. Hey, there's a challenge. How many likes can we get before we see a train? Put in your bets. How many likes do you think we'll get to before a train goes by? Now that's a challenge. I saw 4 trains at Coon Creek this morning. Of course this morning. Trevor. Trevor, you're a friend of Roblox. It's not that I don't want to learn it. It's just I just really haven't, like, been crazy, like, interested in wanting to try Roblox. Like, I get it. People love to play that game. To me, I think I don't know. Doesn't interest me like Minecraft does, basically. That's really been the only video game that's really ever interested me. Like, growing up, I played games on the Xbox and stuff, but Minecraft's the only one to this day that I still play. That game just never gets old to me. I play all these other games. I played War Thunder. That lasted so long and then it got old. Played Civilization 5, I think it is. It's either 4 or 5. Played one of those. That game's alright. But that you only play so long before you've conquered the entire world, and then it's like, alright, now what? The only game that I've ever played, and then, on the Xbox, I'd play Halo and Battlefield and, what was it, Transformers Fall of Cybertron. Played that game a lot. But yeah, literally the only one that's really ever that I never get bored of is Minecraft. And that game was built, I don't know if they intended for it, but I swear that game was built for both kids and adults alike. Because as an adult, I still find that game very entertaining to play. $40 trains per day, none in 3 hours of being trackside. Yeah, you may have a good point there. Nah, I'm bound to see something. No railroader, train sim. Hey, Jack, been a while. Train sim, I did download a train sim on my computer one time, like a couple of years ago. But that one, I don't know if my computer just couldn't handle it or whatever, but I had a lot of issues with it on my laptop, which when you have issues with a game, it takes the fun out of it. I even had that issue with War Thunder for a while when I first got it, but then finally got that issue resolved by getting a new laptop. Which, of course, you're trying to play video games on a laptop. Right there, that's a problem. Maybe if I didn't have many issues with, like, Train Sim or something, maybe I'd play it more. But, again, I don't do video games like I used to because, once you become an adult, you get jobs, you get all this stuff that keeps you busy, life keeps you busy, so you don't have a whole lot of time for video games, but I grew up with them, so I still like to play them, just not to the extent that a lot of other people play them. Those of you who are younger, you've got more time to play them than I do. So I balance my time. So I'll, work during the day, Monday through Friday. I'll catch trains in the afternoon, when I'm not working, if one just so happens to come, and juggle, outside of this whole social media thing. Got a life outside of social media. Got to juggle that as well. Once you become an adult, it's a big juggling act. And some of you who are watching right now, you might be able to agree with me, and others, you will eventually realize that things change a little bit. Like, I don't get the time to play video games like I used to. Do I like racing? I like watching NASCAR, if you're referring to that. Having a gaming PC really helps with gaming, of course, streaming and... Oh, yeah, that's obvious. Yeah, if you're going to do stuff like that, gaming PC is the way to go. Oh, yeah. Yep, people like that. Like your kind of small town type racing. Sometimes the local stuff is better than your bigger national sports. Sometimes. Their rules and stuff are not as strict as like your NASCAR or your Formula One or IndyCar, that kind of stuff. They've got a lot tighter, stricter rules. Oh, hang on. A few people. I mostly watch local races. Okay, I like dirt tracks. I'm 1 month and 18 days away from being 18, so I'm unsure if I'll be consistent to make content when I return back to school Tuesday. Yep. That'll slow you down. That really will. But take your schooling seriously. Because it is very important that you take that seriously in the long run. Lucas Oil Dirt Late Model Series is my favorite dirt track racing series. Yes, for real. NASCAR guy, are you agreeing with what I was just saying about like the rules for the national sports versus your local small tracks or something? Have you ever tried train watching the Hinckley Sub from the sandstone trestle? No, I have not. I need to get up to that sandstone one and get a picture of a train going across it. Timing has never been good. All the times I've gone, like, I haven't gone up there just to specifically wait for a train, but all the times that have gone by it, like going up to Duluth or coming back from Duluth or something, there's been no trains. The only time that I've caught trains on the Hinckley, like north of Cambridge, like let's say past Bram, we'll say that, because I have gotten a few trains a little north of Cambridge, north side of Cambridge, but not really further north, is I got a train in Hinckley, I think once, and then at Boylston, as a train's coming around that S there to pull off of the Hinckley, I've gotten a train there. But yeah, anywhere north of Cambridge, those are the only two spots where I've caught trains. Or wait. No, there was one other one. Was that north of Bram? Yeah, there was like I think it was a UP. This was a way back. Yeah, I think it was north of Bram. Maybe. Yeah, had to have been north of Bram. Gosh, the name of the town's slipping my mind now. It's almost like your old-timey buildings, but they're facing towards the railroad track. Man, I forget the name of that town now. That's gonna bug me. But I think it was north of Bram. I find Brook Park. Maybe? Maybe that's where it was. Yeah. That would make sense. That was years. Henriette? Ah, geez, now you're... I can picture it in my head because there was a storm chaser a couple months back that got stopped by a train on the Hinckley sub. I think it was a CP train at that exact spot where I caught that UP train or whatever train it was. And that storm chaser got mad because they were chasing like this tornado or tornado-warned storm and they got stopped by that train in it. Oh, we have a flashing yellow on main 1. And of course, rain's picking up. Well, you know what? So be it. Okay, guys, get those likes up. We're going to have a train coming pretty soon. So we're at 8 right now. Wonder what you can get it up to before the train arrives. Our train's coming from this direction. Just gonna get things kind of pre-set up right now because I don't know like how far out the train is or none of that. Yeah, shut up. Well, at least on the bright side, this is gonna be on the closer track. I like that. Oh, shoot. Dang it. Well, I just lost half my soda. Well, on the bright side, I brought an extra can with. Why? At least it's just a mist right now, but... Ooh, we're at 9 likes. Did someone, by the way, say we'd get to 10 likes before the train came? Thought somebody said we'd get to 10. As I'm entering my junior year, I want to better myself by getting A's and B's. Just study like there's no studying and pay close attention to what you learn. And don't be afraid to ask questions either. The more questions you ask, in school, outside of school, the better. Always try to just keep filling your head with as much knowledge as you can. Because it'll go a long, long way. In school and outside of school. But it requires effort. It requires dedication. That's another big thing. But if you're willing to put in the time, the energy, just be a sponge. Be a sponge and try and absorb as much information as you can. I said, okay, All right, gotcha. You said it. I was trying to figure out who had said that. I've actually gotten them once already. I forget what playlist it is, but I do have a video where I caught a St. Croix Valley train. It was going south between Rush City and North Branch. This was quite a few years ago. I hope this mist clears out before the train gets here. Good grief. I bet you guys could probably see it on the camera. No hiding it. Granted, it'd make for a pretty interesting picture, though. We are? According to my thing, we're only at... According to my thing, we're only at 9 likes. Ooh, good. It's brighter. It's brighter behind this rain that we're getting right now. Well, we have an eastbound train coming. Getting rained on pretty good. But, you know, what can you do? The things you do to catch a train, things we're willing to stand out in to catch a train and do a live stream all at one time. Talk about dedication. All right, I was just recording a line for video. My camera is dripping. Good grief. Oh, we're at 11 likes now. We crossed the 10. How about that, guys? Maybe YouTube was just taking time to update on my end. I don't know. Oh, now we're at 12. I think we could push it to 15. Imagine 20 likes. That would be a crazy thing to see. Hey, if you guys can pull off 8 more, still a flashing yellow, so I don't know if that's gonna go green like when they cross Ramsey or something like that. Must be crossing somebody over. So you guys still got time to try and push it to 18. I mean 20. But you need 8 though. Can we get 8 likes? Hey, glad to hear you are okay after what happened in town the other day. Yeah, perfectly fine. Hey, those of you tuning in, a bunch of us right now are trying to see, can we get this stream to 20 likes before our first train shows up? And we have a flashing yellow here on Main 1, so we have a train coming. Can we get 8 more likes before this train shows up? Is it possible? Eight doesn't seem like much, but kind of is. Yep, slowly getting there. Need about 900 more subs, though. I could just get a shout out from like BNSF 1458 or something. I've considered asking, but just get there with a slow grind. I appreciate that, Chessie. Really do. You know what train is heading your way? Also, it's sad that CSX is still on the move, not turning their Dash 9. Some real fans say NS is worse than getting rid of locomotives. Yeah, and BNSF, they have no issue getting rid of them. No, I do not know what this train is that's coming. If this rain would ever let up, stop, I'd grab my tablet out and then I'd pull up St. Cloud, even though it's looking a lot clearer, so I think most of this heavy rain stuff is probably going to pass. Still need 8 likes. Come on, guys. Chasing the Marshall Wednesday. Ooh, that'll be fun. You can get action on the Marshall. Hey, Real, did you know that on the south end of Andover siding, there are rails that are from 1942? Really? So we got some World War II era rails, eh? 20 likes, and it won't be a Gevo. Hey, I like that advertising. There you guys go. 20 likes and no Gevo. No Gevo leader. Love the video you posted 5 days ago, BTW. 5 days ago. Was that Hinckley? Was that a Hinckley sub video? Oh, come on. Really? Is there anything else behind it? The railheads are starting to mushroom though. Yeah, which means they'll be changing them out eventually. Thanks. Yeah, once this rain finally kind of quits falling, I'll grab my tablet out and then I can start looking.
PTS Blue, mainline change, all bombs on duty at 1710, all your supplies.
Vehicle PTS Blue.
Hi, Ron.
Oop, we're up 12, guys. Oh, no, 13. We're up to 13.
BNSF was on dispatcher answering. I copied that mainline change. Keep them coming over. BNSF was on dispatcher out.
We're at 13 likes, 13 watchers. How about that? Huh. Wonder why. Unless mine's just delayed. Oh, now I'm at 14. For some reason on my end, it's delayed a little bit because you guys are seeing like the likes. Oh, now we're up to 15. You're seeing those likes change before I am. Come on, guys. We only need 5 more.
BNSF West Ham Dispatcher answering. Go ahead.
Oh, that might be our eastbound calling it.
I'm ready for you, sir. Over.
I wonder if that's our eastbound calling it Ramsey.
I'll be safe. BNSF West Ham Dispatcher out.
Hey there, Weatherford. How's it going? 5 more to go. I support 2GEs the most, and these are... Oh, really? AC 6000s. I don't know if I've ever seen one of those in person. Good, now my stuff can start to dry a little bit because it's actually dripping. It will not be tolerated. Not on your watch. What the heck? Check this out. We got double flashing yellows down there. Ah, cool. I have never seen that before. I gotta do a video of that for the actual full quality video. Actually, I gotta freehand that. Check this out, guys. We have double flashing yellow for 2 eastbounds on the Staples Subdivision. All right. I just had to do that for the full quality video that will be going up eventually. Come on, guys. We need 5 likes. You got this. We got double flashing yellow. That's got to be worth a like, right? Greetings, Joe. Greetings from Minnesota. Looks like either Minot Northtown or Dilworth Northtown, and they should be at Ramsey. Hey, North Star fan, I don't know if you just saw. Yeah, see, everyone's is updating before mine. We have double flashing yellows going east. So we have 2 eastbounders coming, both on Main 1 and Main 2. Yeah, see, mine still says 15. Last train past St. Cloud was a manifest. It's the first time I've seen double flashing yellow like that here at Coon Rapids, both going the same direction. I've seen it before where you'll have a flashing yellow for an eastbound and a flashing yellow for a westbound, but not two going the exact same way. Oh, I think I hear a train. Yep, train's coming. Well, that was a nice hello. Oh, gotcha. Nice catch. So 2 likes away from 20. Mine says 3. It says 17. Yeah, we got close, guys. We got close. I guess next is, do we get to 20 before train number 2? I don't know. That's crazy, though. We made up to 17 before that train went by. So close. Oh, an event? Convention, concert. It's usually what people come up here for. Oh, what the heck? Go back. Oh, WWE. That's wrestling, right? I think that's what they call it. New neighbors? Oh, new neighbors are fun, as long as they're good. Not some crazy neighbors, some crazy nosy neighbors or something. Still have a flashing yellow on main 2. I am guessing that's the merchandise train that Train Fan was referring to. To be honest, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. I know it's getting it's getting close. It feels like it's still far away because I still need 900 subscribers, but it's so far yet so close. I don't know. I'm really gonna have to start thinking about that. Because 30, that's nothing to shy away at. Yeah, thanks for questioning that, because I'll be right back with the chatting. Okay. Hopefully get back before the train. Yeah, now you really gave me something to think about. Because 30, that's not a, like... Yeah. Hey, we're at 20! 20 likes, actually, yeah. Nicely done, guys. Well, now we'll see where the likes go from there. Are they just going to peter out at 20 and we're not going to get any higher? Or will we see how far to the moon we can take it? It's been a good year for rail fanning. Yes, it has been. What will make this a great year for me personally will be if I can catch one of those BNSF America 250 locomotives. When I was live streaming the Isani parade in our town, I was live streaming that, and during the parade, there were 4 trains that went by on the Hinckley sub, and a CP that was going north, 447, had a lone locomotive on it, and it was one of the America 250 ones. It was 7626 was the leader of that train. So was live streaming the parade and ended up seeing 4 trains and caught a CPKC America 250 locomotive out on the main line. I have seen 1776 in person, but that was at train days. So it was kind of cool on America's 250th to catch one of those locomotives actually out on the main line. And it was actually leading the train too. So I'm hoping before the year is done to see one of BNSF's America 250. And it has gone through here like 3 different times, but being far enough north, it's hard to get down here in time to see something like that. And with work and everything, it's difficult. Especially the big boy tour, I traveled every location of the tour. There were a lot of idiots throughout the thing. Oh, excuse me, I believe it. It seems like every time a steam locomotive, whether it be the big boy or Milwaukee Road 261, when they've gone, through this area, Minnesota, there's a lot of crazy people. Like, I get it. People, they want to see it. They want to get the videos and they want to get the really cool, epic shots, but they don't care if they get in someone's way. They don't care about if they have to trespass to do it. All they care about is getting that shot. Yeah, I want to get shots of it too, but I'm going to do it to where it doesn't give the community a bad name. Like when the big boy came up the Hinckley sub in 2019. Got 3 really good shots of it, and guess what? I didn't have to do any trespassing to get them. Or run people off the road to get them. It's just find a good spot, get there early enough so people aren't getting in your way, and you're not having to push people over to get to it. And like I said, in 2019, got 3 really good shots of chasing the big boy from south of Isani to north of Cambridge. Got 1 shot of it south of Isani. Got 1 shot of it in the Main Street bridge that goes over the tracks in Cambridge. And then got 1 shot of it north of Cambridge when it was going full speed. Hey Zach, how you doing? Coon Rapids. We've already got 1 train. Gave a nice little horn show. And we are waiting on a 2nd train that'll be on Main 2. It too is an eastbound. The first one was an eastbound vehicle train. And sadly, we did not hit our goal, but we were trying to get to 20 likes before we saw our first train because of how quickly the likes were going up and how long it was taking for us to see a train. We made it to 17 likes before the train went by, and now we're at 21. So now I guess it's how many likes can we get before train number 2 goes by. Ed Dickinson is not playing around with folks. Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that video. Because that one person tried to put their phone on the track. Yeah, he gave him a good lecture. Empty Becker, Cole past Staples right now, and an eastbound Becker Cole should be leaving Staples soon. Yeah, but that's not going to come this way, though. They won't be coming this way. Not through Coon Rapids. Hey, my camera's just about all dry. Welcome back, Jesse. Train has not passed yet. Currently waiting on a Cohasset-bound Cole with all aces to take the Brainerd sub.
Mine, Northtown making call to the
Minot Northtown.
Coming MYL. We're going to come in the MYL. BNSF 3695 calling the west on dispatcher.
BNSF 3695 is leading. So BNSF 3695 is leading this eastbound manifest. And they're calling now, so... that sounds bad. Hey, we're at 22 likes. So I can't stop looking at it because it goes through these little spurts. It'll kind of stop, and it'll go up a little bit, stop, go up, stop, go up. Well, Roblox, it's kind of hit and miss. Some lives, I've had lives before where don't see a single thing. The last live I did 2 weeks ago, 2 Fridays ago, ended up catching 5 trains in that live. Three of those 5 were within like a 30-minute time span, I think it was. So I ended up catching 3 in 30 minutes. So it's kind of hit and miss, really, like how many trains we'll see. It was really bad when North Star used to run out here, because they would hold, like, because North Star, they had a time schedule they had to keep, so they would stop trains just for North Star. So you could go an hour where you wouldn't see anything. And if the timing was right, after North Star was done, you'd see a slew of trains. Because I used to title the streams, "What Will the Score Be?" to see, you were guaranteed 4 North Star trains in the afternoon. So for sure, North Star would be 4. So that's why I did "What Was the Score?" Would BNSF outscore BNSF or North Star when I did those streams? And there were a few where North Star would win. You get 4 North Star trains and like 2 or 3 BNSF. And then there'd be other times where you get like 8 BNSF and 4 North Star. So it's kind of, there's no real set number. Sun tried to peek out there. I saw 4014 at one place, and that was Short Road in Northeast PA. Saw some idiots. Okay, so 1776. Yes, I agree with you. That to me is not acceptable because it's just lame for their America 250. I thought I heard a rumble. For their America 250. The 4547, I don't count that as an America 250 locomotive. That's just one of their presidential dedication locomotives. Just like they had one for George Bush and they had one for Abraham Lincoln, and now they got the Trump one. So I would not call 4547 an America 251, but 1776, yes, that one, that's lame. They got to do better than that. Thank you, Chessie. Yeah, because 1776, that's when the United States, that's when the Declaration of Independence was signed and we became our own independent free nation. That's when America was born. So yes, that's why 1776 is considered it. Well, 4547, the reason they numbered that is because it's dedicated to President Trump. Because his first term he was the 45th president, then Biden was elected, and then Trump got in for a second term, which made him the 47th president. Biden would have been the 46th president. So that's why you got 4547, because those are both of Trump's two terms. And that's why I say it doesn't count as an America 250, but because that's just his numbers, Trump's numbers, not the country as a whole. Well, I think part of the reason for that unit, besides just making it that way, is I think they're trying to a little bit suck up because they're trying to get that UP and NS merger to go through. Oh, I think our train's coming, by the way. Yeah, I hear a crossing gate. All right, here comes train number 2. All right. Yes, that was a fresh looking unit. Very nice looking. Good thing it was leading too. There's some saying BNSF 250 units are basically ATSF 5704 scheme. And here's my thoughts on it. True or not, it's still an amazing scheme and beauty of a locomotive. Yeah, I haven't heard that, but I really do like the look of those locomotives, those, what BNSF did. Like, they're not lame-o, like, you know, because what's the best thing they've ever given us? Sticker units. That's it. So the BNSF, man, they really showed up with those locomotives. And by the way, if you guys haven't, shameless plug, but I've got a few videos that I've made, different ones, kind of giving my take on when these railroads were releasing their locomotives. So I made one on BNSF. I made one on the locomotives that NS came out with. I made one on, I think I talked about the CPKC. I think I made one about those. So there are some videos if you guys want to go check them out. I think the playlist is called Rail Talk. So in that playlist, I've got just videos on giving my opinion on something. Because I think I have one too in there about the UP-NS, the potential, my thoughts on the merger idea. So if you guys want to hear, that's actually one of my kind of more popular videos. I think that one might actually be in my top 5 for popular. Because that got a lot of people talking. Like, you go read the comments, man, you're going to be there for like an hour or two just reading through people's comments on that video. That really got people going. But most of it was people actually agreeing, which was good. Such a little controversy. But no, it was actually good. So if you guys ever want to hear my thoughts on stuff, you know, on a video of mine or on like a community post, if you want, like, if you're aware of something in the railroad that's going on and you want to hear my thoughts, please say something in there. You know, leave a comment saying that you'd like to hear it, because I'd be more than happy to make a video giving my thoughts on a new locomotive or a paint scheme or, you know, whatever. More, you know, stuff that's like kind of going on right now. I'd like to do that. And if I'm not aware of something, you can kind of help bring it to my attention. So just do that, you know, leave a comment somewhere if you ever hear about something, and I'll do a little research on it, or maybe I'm already aware of it and just didn't think to make a video of it, and I'll do a little, here's my thought on it. Because I've done that with a few things, and apparently people kind of like it. So, yeah. All right, there's my shameless plug. OMG, real railfan complimented a Chivo. What, I don't do that? A regular BNSF Chivo. Man, you guys act so surprised. Like, don't I talk nice about Chivos? Yeah, with those America 250, they've proven they can. They can make them. I got BNSF and UP and the BNSF Hank the Sub. Today? I thought it was CN, not CSX, but... I think people like to make fun of Gevos all the time. But come on now.
You want to answer?
Hey, CV, there's a few things, you know, when you start, you know, get a little more popular and you kind of voice your opinion on stuff, sometimes you will shock people. And
Inline calling the Minot North Town.
people know...
Cargo's the pit.
People know I'm not the craziest fan of Gevos, but that one looked pretty sharp.
I'm BRC North Town.
And because I actually did end up complimenting a Gevo,
You already done your Cargo's the pit.
even though I bash Gevos all the time, that's going to cause people to get a little shocked, I think. But I'm one of those people where I say it as it is. I'm going to tell you, if I don't like it, I don't like it. If I like it, I like it. Like, I'm not going to be a bias. You know, a Gevo is going to look good, but then...
Soup, it's going to be a while. You are fourth out.
Fourth out? Anyway, I'm not going to be one of these biased people where you're hardcore, I like it or I don't like it. So even if it looks good, I'm still going to hate on it. I'm not one of those people at all. So yes, I'm going to tell you, if I don't like a Gevo, I don't like a Gevo. But if I see a good Gevo, I'm going to say it's a good Gevo. Just going to be straight up and honest. AKA BNSF 1458. Would it top CPKC? Ooh, now there's something to think about. Yes, he does. He does hate any GE. Listen, there are locomotives I don't like. But if they look sharp or whatever, they can look good depending on like the angle, the lighting. Like, you can make them look pretty good sometimes. So yeah, I am not gonna be one of these rail fans, and I'm gonna say this for the record. I am not gonna be one of these rail fans that says I hate this no matter what. Like, I can say I don't like it, but there's a chance I might. And I'm just gonna say that for the record. I'm gonna be one of these kind of open rail fans, I guess maybe you could call it. I don't know what word you would use. I don't know if an open rail fan, open-minded rail fan, where I don't know. I don't know how you would say it, but I'm not gonna be stuck in my ways, basically. Let's be real, only good BNSF GEs are the Golden Swoosh and the 250th American units. Yeah, the Golden Swoosh isn't bad. Just saw that going south on the Hinckley a couple weeks ago. Like, that looks sharp. Look good. Especially when it's leading. Ooh, that thing looks nice. H1s, I love them. Oh, I love being H1 and an H2, like the one that was leading the vehicle train. Oh my gosh, they look so sharp, especially when they're leading. If you can get an H1 or an H2 leading, you got a golden picture, man. Oh, it made its way all the way to Ohio. Let's be real. Ouch. I've seen H1 duos. About 2 or 3 years ago, I was out here at Coon Rapids, and there was a westbound, so it was coming from the direction we're currently looking, that had an H2 duo. I actually seen it a few times. There was an H2 duo that was going east out here one time, too. So you can see the H2s, or H1s, sorry, quite a bit. And then on the Hinckley sub, they make their way up there quite a bit. You wait till you see an H1. It'll make your day. Executive Max scheme, personally, will be my favorite BNSF scheme. Yeah, and they're going away. Those are nice, too. I like the war bonnets, by the way. The 700s, they're not bad, but they're fake bonnets because they say BNSF on them. I like the 600 series, which is the war bonnets, where they still say, like, Santa Fe on them. And their paint's all kind of faded and whatnot. So the 600 series, my personal opinion, is better than the 700s. Nice. Hey, that's a very good point. CSX, their Max, oh, they look sharp. That one time, there was a CSX Mac that was leading a UP Coke train on the Hinckley sub, and it was going north. And I'd gotten wind of it early enough that I was able to go up to Cambridge, and right before the south siding switch crossing, there's this curve as it's coming into Cambridge. So I went to that curve because I'm like, oh, you got a Mac, a CSX Mac leading on the Hinckley sub. Lighting was really good. Got to get a curve shot of it. You know, you get that Mac going around a curve, that would look amazing. Still one of my top 10 favorite train pictures. Seeing that, and the Mac, it just looks so sharp, and then it's kind of, you know, tilting a little bit as it's coming around the curve. Oh yeah, chef's kiss. That was amazing. Lucky Chessie. Wish I could see more. There was a few years back, was coming home from a vacation, and we stayed in Rochelle that morning, went to Rochelle to see if we could catch a couple trains before hitting the road to come back to Minnesota, and caught a few trains. There was on the BNSF, I don't remember what train it was leading. Maybe it was a fertilizer, I don't know. There was a train in Rochelle. Oh geez, hang on, my phone's almost dead. Hold that thought, please. Okay, there we go. Now, alright, phone charging, so it should not die on us in the stream. Anyway, so stopped at Rochelle, caught a few trains, got this one on the BNSF that had a CSX, I think it was a CSX Duo, I think, but the leader was a Mac. So, got that, got a video of it, sweet, was really happy. I think we might have caught a few more trains. I don't remember exactly. This was a couple of years ago. Hit the road, started coming to Minnesota. Came up on the Minnesota side, following the BNSF, the St. Croix sub, and stopped to get a couple trains. Had ATCS, so was able to see, what was running out and about. Stopped to get this one intermodal train. Well, that's what it turned out to be. Got this intermodal train at this one rest stop area and saw on ATCS that there was a train coming up behind us that was actually pretty close. So, needed to get out, stretch anyway because of the car ride from Rochelle, back home. So, stayed there after catching the intermodal train, and train comes around the corner, and it was the same exact train that we caught in Rochelle with the Mac leader. Exact same train. So caught the train in Rochelle and caught the train on the St. Croix sub. Same exact train. So caught that Mac leader twice. Once in Illinois and once in Minnesota on the way home. Oh, cool, Zach. So you got the Mac and the local, Jesse? For a 30K sub special, you should go train watch in Pennsylvania. Well, I don't know. I got to think about how to do it. I don't know if I want to be traveling, though, for a special. Unless it's, like, a really, like, crazy, like, train or something that's worth it. I don't know if I want to be doing that for a special. I don't know. It's going to depend on a few things, though. Like, what time of year is it when I hit 30K? Like, is it going to be the dead of winter when it happens? Will it be this year? Will it be early next year? Like, it's another factor to take into account. Well, hopefully you get lucky, Zach. Well, bummer to hear about the MRI thing. It's not what I was referring to. Hopefully you get lucky with trains. Hinckley Sub's hit and miss, though. So, but hopefully you'll be on the hit time. Well, if you guys want, I like the idea about the community post thing. I can make a community post and, you know, just say, throw in your suggestions for a 30K special. And if some idea randomly comes to mind too, I can roll with that, but help get some ideas. Because yeah, 30K, that is a big deal. It really is. Zach, do you know about the Steel Highway Grandy Cam? How did I get... to be honest, I don't know. I guess consistency, just constantly uploading, interacting with the community. Apparently the stuff I upload is pretty likable, and I just try to be a normal human, I guess. You know, I try not to make my stuff robotic. For the most part, you know, like even when I do voiceovers, I really don't go off of a script. I kind of record and just let the words come out. So I try to be more natural, I guess. Which maybe that's what gets people to follow, because, you know, you can relate when someone's acting more human. I try to keep my stuff kind of fun, you know. I try to sound energetic, be energetic, which that can rub off on people in a good way. Positivity. I don't know, I guess just being me. That's what's done it. And consistency, that's another thing, is if a video does bad, I try not to let it get to me. I just upload the next one, cross my fingers, and hope it does good. Yeah, there's been a few that have kind of gone crazy. A few here and there. I'm trying to get big and almost 600 subs. Best decision this year was buying my drone and GoPro, and these videos get good views. Yeah, people like drones. The only thing that stopped me from getting a drone is I like to do a lot of photography, and it's hard to control a drone when you're taking pictures. It's the only thing that slowed me down from doing it. And people like my pictures, so I'm going to keep doing my pictures. Like, people love those. By the way, congrats on almost getting to 600. Wait till the day you hit 1,000. Oh, that's gonna be a great day. Hitting that 1,000 subscriber mark is... it's an excitingly different feeling when you hit that 1,000. And see, some people like videography, like what Jesse said. So it just depends. You like taking pictures? You like taking videos? I prefer the pictures, but I do the videos on the side. So basically, I'll set up the camera stationary and let it roll while I take pictures. It works. BNSF 1450 in drones. Yeah, the trees are the bane of his existence. Yeah, that's one thing people tell me. Oh, yeah, you should do collabs.
Southwest on dispatcher Anston. Go ahead, over.
I'm not crazy with meeting up.
Southwest on dispatcher answering the tramp, over.
I'm not crazy with meeting up with people. If I meet up with somebody, like right now, you know, I'm standing at the track. If somebody shows up, great. I will rail fan with you. I'll talk to you. But, you know, other rail fans like, oh, you should come to meet up, or, you know, we should do this sometime. I don't know, man. If I show up to the track to go catch a train and somebody's there, great, I'll hang out with you. If you show up when I'm at the track, I will hang out with you. I'm just not big on, like, setting up times to go and meet up with somebody. So that's why I don't really do the meetup collab things. I just like it, if it spontaneously happens, it spontaneously happens. Hey, Zach, maybe one day it will happen. There's been a few rail fans that we followed each other for a while, and, you know, we'll randomly meet up with each other, you know, because we just so happen to be at the same spot or whatever. And let me tell you, when you don't plan to meet up with the person and then you run into them trackside, that feeling is really cool and very memorable. Because you'll start talking to each other, and then they'll be like, oh, do you have a YouTube channel? And, you know, because maybe they don't recognize the voice or something like that. So you'll just be chit-chatting. You got a YouTube channel? Yeah, what is it? You tell them what it is. You're that person. And then you're like, well, what's yours? And then like, oh, I'm this person. Well, you're that person? You know, it's a really cool... It's really, really cool when you just randomly meet up with the person. Had that happen with so many rail fans. Yeah, time and money. That's the one thing that'll really hinder somebody from doing something like that. Yeah, and Chessie, going from Pennsylvania to Minnesota, that's a drive. Well, that's good. Joe, were you asking Chessie or me? Oh, you were asking me. I live in Minnesota. If you go by like YouTube following or whatever, probably would be considered one of the bigger rail fans in Minnesota. At least probably top 10. Maybe top, I don't know about top 5. Because I've got more subs than BNSF 1458 does. But he's catching up. Well, he caught up, then he passed me, and then I ended up passing him again, but now he's starting to catch up again. So we keep kind of, like 1458 and I, we keep kind of flip-flopping between who's got more followers than the other. And he, if you go by the Hinckley sub, BNSF 1458, by rail, when trains pass him coming south, he's about an hour and a half north of me. So if a train passes him going south and doesn't meet anybody, it's about an hour and a half before it would pass me. Because we'll sometimes text each other and tell, because we figured out that time, we'll sometimes text each other and he'll be like, hey, there's this train coming south, or I'll be like, hey, there's this train going north. It passed me at this time. That way he gets an idea of when he needs to get trackside. And then vice versa, he'll do the same. He'll do the same with me too, so. So yeah, I live in the same state as BNSF 1458. Oh, that's cool, Zach. Yeah, I have noticed when you talk in the videos, that does help. I used to be afraid to do it in the very beginning, and then I realized it's not that bad. Word of warning though, it's gonna take some getting used to. Like when you talk like I am right now, perfectly fine. When you do a voiceover, perfectly fine. The words just come out. It's when you go to listen to the video, like when you're in the editing process, or or you upload the video and then you hear like your relative or something is watching the video and you hear your voice, that is really awkward. It's very, very strange. Yeah, I know, right? When was the last, Of course, now the sun's out. It's been 40 minutes since we've seen a train go by. Because the last train was at 5:11, and it is currently 5:51. Wait for the stream to end. Well, you know the last stream I did? The one 2 weeks ago? So we technically caught 4 trains during the stream, but the lighting was getting so low that there was a train that was coming from the west going east. So I couldn't keep the stream going because if I wanted to get any good...
I'm Fairmaster of the KHK Northtown.
If I wanted to get any good video of it...
Make your calls, come in for R2. I'll get back to the rest later.
I was going to have to do a video with my phone. Well, I can't do the video with my phone if I'm live streaming. So I ended that live stream and ended up catching that train after the live stream had ended. And there was another train behind that one.
I'm switch.
But I'm happy I didn't stick around for it because apparently they ended up hitting somebody at Anoka.
Come in the north receiver.
So it's a good thing I didn't wait around for that intermodal.
BNSF Westland dispatcher answering. I copied that north receiver. Got a TCW coming out of Cedar Lake Junction. You'll follow them. Welcome, dispatcher out.
Oh, wow. So you're 2 hours ahead. Oh, wait, it's almost 7. Okay, so you're an hour ahead. Sorry, my bad. And then, yeah, you're in the same time zone if it's almost 6 for you. By the way, guys, remember when it was all cloudy and rainy earlier? Just look at it now. Yeah, of course, and after all the trains pass, had to deal with that cruddy lighting, and now I got really good lighting, no trains. Speaking of a train hitting somebody, the CSX train hit a truck in Astoria, Ohio recently. Really? Ew. Was the semi driver, was he okay? Were they okay? I guess I have not seen that video. Yeah, that happens a bit. People gotta be cautious when you're around the tracks. It's called the kids being on the track. That's what it is. It's called the kids will stand on the track and see how long they can stand there before they decide to finally get off. That's what playing chicken with a train is. It's to see how chicken are you, how close will you get to that train before you decide, or how close will you let the train get to you before you decide to move off. Yes, it is called stupidity. But that's what the term is that they use, is playing chicken with a train. Which is stupid, because you play that, then you make the train crew force the train into emergency, and then you got the train that stops. You've got crossings nearby, you're blocking all the crossings. You're just causing a lot of problems to see how brave you are. Which, yes, is stupidity. Of course, they weren't charged. They were talked to about safety. Yeah, get a lecturing. Exactly. Finally, my coal train is almost to the Brainerd with fouled. K5LLA. I hear that term a lot. I feel like at this point, rail fanning and train watching are two different things. You may have a point there. Train watchings and rail fanning is like fishing sometimes too. That's what today's feeling like. How long did we go without seeing anything? Then we had a short period where we caught 2 trains, and now it's been almost an hour again since we've seen anything. That one's still cold. Holy cow. So I brought along a second Mountain Dew. I kept it in my backpack. The thing is still, like, so you can see kind of the condensation on it from being in my backpack. It's still cold. This thing's still cold. It's been sitting in my black backpack with the sun shining on it for last who knows how many hours. Hey, it's cold. I'm not going to complain, though. Oh, yeah, that tastes good. Nothing like watching trains, or at this point, just chatting and drinking Mountain Dew. I got a cool picture one time in Big Lake of a BNSF train that was going east, and I had a bottle, one of those 20-ounce bottles of Mountain Dew. I set it on the platform, and I put my camera down low and got a really cool picture of the BNSF train. It was blurred out, going behind the Mountain Dew bottle. I thought that would get me a Mountain Dew sponsor. And still haven't. Fishing's kind of fun. I sure hope not. I know a BNSF conductor personally and a UP conductor personally. And if you treat them fine, you know, I respect them, and those two, they respect me. Like, and they're huge help sometimes when it comes to catching trains. So I sure hope that it stays that way, because getting to know these train crew members is awesome. Like, they help you out. Like, I'm nice to them, they're nice to me by like, hey, heads up. It must be a miracle. That's your reward for 20 likes. That's a good way of putting it. 20 plus likes. Root beer is good. Barks, A&W, Mug, oh, they're good. Coca-Cola on a carrot? Now, there's something I've never tried. Actually, I've never tried one. Something's going on near here, because all these emergency vehicles, they're all kind of like, they'll go, I can hear them back there, and then they just stop. So there must be something going on back there.
BNSF, let's have dispatcher answering over.
Norfolk Southern unit must be coming. That's a good one.
You need University over.
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay, I've got to get the kick Northtown in first, and then we'll get you going over.
That's why I made that one short a couple weeks ago where there was a BNSF train on the Hinckley sub that had two BNSF, I think it was Superior Northtown, had two BNSF locomotives and then NS locomotive. And, you know, I said something along the line of BNSF isn't taking any chances or something like that. Because, you know, NS's track record. Yeah, I don't want those railroad guys to lose our respect. Like, us good ones, don't ruin it for us. Like, please. You respect their property, they're going to respect you. And us good ones, we can prove that. and ask, what's your function? Now, one thing that gets to be a bummer, what gets to be a bummer is being in Minnesota, like right now, great. It's getting a little toasty now that the sun is out, but in a couple months, we got fall on the way, then we got winter coming, so doing these live streams gets a little bit harder because once it gets colder, phone has a hard time, battery drops faster, that kind of stuff. So those of you who are watching, who have maybe watched a lot of my past ones, you'll notice in the winter, I won't live stream as much. So right now, I try to hit it hard, try to get as many of them out as I can do. So just a warning for anyone who's new, come winter time, you won't be seeing these as often. Like, maybe if it looks like there's going to be a warmer Friday where it's in the 30s or the 40s or something like that, I'll do it. But when we get to these teens, 20s, single digits, basically below the freezing point, yeah, I don't do it a whole lot. I'll still go and get trained videos, but I won't be doing this stand outside for 2 or 3 hours, chat, see what you get. Nah, won't be doing a lot of that. So just a little warning for you new ones that this isn't something I do every Friday. Well, I don't do it every Friday, period, but they won't be as frequent as like I'm doing right now come winter. That's why I'm happy I can do like those Minecraft streams, because that way I can still do streaming to get the watch hours and all that kind of stuff. I'll still be able to do that throughout the winter, which might help compensate for this a little bit. Granted, I won't be getting double that, but, you know. NS did that? Because BNSF, they're doing that with all the Macs. Scrapping them out left and right. Wow. I don't hear much about UP and CSX, though, scrapping a whole lot. Granted, I hadn't heard about the NS, so I just hear about BNSF. There's all these talk of all these trains that are funeral trains, basically, where they got a bunch of Macs in them. I haven't heard, I know that UP, they've got a big graveyard line. I've heard that. Some desert somewhere or something like that. Oh, really? I've caught a few CSX-8s and 9s. Actually gotten quite a few of them. I don't know about YN2s. I have to look at that. Yeah, those are young. Holy cow, they're that young and they want to get rid of them? What, are they so confident they're going to merge with UP? Oh, we don't need all these extra locomotives. Once we merge with UP, we won't have a power issue. Yeah, I haven't heard that either. What they're going to do is, because now that CP and KCS merged, they're just taking all of KCS's locomotives and their own, and I'm assuming eventually they're just going to end up repainting them all with their new paint scheme over the next decade or however long it takes them to do it. Because they don't really have many, like... Yeah, I don't know if they really have anything that's, like, scrap-out worthy. Valid point, original. Valid point. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of it in the beginning, but now it's really kind of grown on me. I actually kind of get excited when I see it. Often I see CP and KCS power. Careful doing that though, Chessie, because I don't know if YouTube will like flag you for spamming. Yeah, those ACUs, they are not that old at all. So there should be no reason to have to scrap them out unless they get into an accident and they're beyond repair, or something catastrophically goes wrong with them. Yeah, they're a lot of fun. It's when you get the more human side, more human element. And when that one person asked earlier about the following, I think that's what helped, I think. I was just looking at the St. Cloud cam. Nothing's gone by there in the last hour, so I am not expecting to catch any eastbounds. And I don't know if anything's gonna come out to go west. I keep looking back at that signal and nothing. Radio's quiet. Go figure. And I had to sit down for a little bit too to Hey, I'm glad you guys agree as well. Yeah, me too. Agree. Yeah, my favorite time for these streams to happen is when I'm lonely. Helps time fly by a little bit. Oh yeah, that'll do it. YouTube and their restrictions. But for good reason, though. A lot of weirdos out there. But no, I'm glad you guys enjoy them. And I enjoy doing them. Do I want to see trains? Yes. Is it fun to just kind of hang out and chat? Yep, betcha it is. It's funny, talk about how YouTube's stupid, yet here we are. Oh yeah, I want to see a train too. Yeah, it's for the better, Chessie, because, you know, when it comes to the internet, you got to be careful, like, what information and stuff you give. See a lot of CPKC up here. The line that runs by my area, the BNSF Hinckley sub, both Union Pacific and CPKC have trackage rights on there. So, BNSF, they got a bunch of trains that they run. Their daily merchandise, north and south. They got taconite, grain, just a whole boatload of mix of stuff. UP, they have a daily merchandise, one that runs north and one that runs south. Occasionally they'll run coke trains, grain trains. And then CPKC, usually it's about 2 times a week, sometimes 3, depending on what they got. They've got a merchandise train that they'll run north and south. And then during like grain season and stuff, they've got grain trains that they will run north and south. So the Hinckley sub, that if you want to see like a good variety of power, like we see everything on the Hinckley sub. I've seen BNSF, of course, UP, CPKC, KCS, CP, NS, CSX, Montana Rail Link, CN. A lot of CN locomotives too. They're on the BNSF ones all the time. And on the UP occasionally. Look at that. Everyone's helping each other out with subs today. And this is a good stream. We have caught some trains, a lot of chatting, 22 likes, crud load of viewers. Oh, that's cool. Well, at least you get a chance. At least you get to see some of that power. Just keep pushing the content. You keep pushing the content, you got a good shot at it. You want to get the follows, you want to get the views, you gotta try to push out content. You don't have to do it every day. If you want to, you can, but just try to do it at least a couple times a week. And yes, I understand the procrastinating part. Plenty guilty of that sometimes, but just try not to let it happen too much. If it happens too much, then it becomes a habit. You get used to it. And in the long run, it can be an issue. And the reason I say, like, if you want to upload every day, you can. But it will eventually kind of wear you down to where, and I know this from experience, you guys have probably seen it, where I'll upload a whole bunch of stuff and then I might go 4, 5, 6 days where you guys don't see nothing, or maybe just an occasional short here and there, because basically I burnt myself out with the uploading portion, basically. Like, it just gets to be a, oh, I don't feel like doing it type deal. So if you can kind of pace yourself, that won't happen. But then on the flip side, if you do that, and if you're getting a lot of videos and stuff, then you're going to start falling behind. And then you're going to feel like you have to get caught up, so you start uploading a whole bunch, and then you burn yourself out again. It's a really bad cycle. Oh, cool. Quality over quantity is what I try to do. Yes. Sounds perfectly fine. Yeah, if no trains come, I don't know how much longer I'll be alive for. Today, man, it's been a crazy day of live streaming. I did that one live with a Minecraft thing later this morning into the early afternoon before coming here, and now I've been doing this one. When I get home, man, I'm just gonna sit down, put on my headphones, and watch a World War II documentary or something. Got a few on my watch list that War Stories uploaded I gotta watch. That I've been forgetting about. Do I pray for trains to come? No, I don't. That's not... No, I don't. When it comes to... I do pray a lot. Because I'm a Christian. And I will openly admit that. I am a Christian. I'm a believer. All that. I believe that if you're going to pray... You know, Bible says pray without ceasing. Yes. I don't know if a train, to me, necessarily falls into the... Really, it's worth needing praying for if I want to catch something. If I catch it, I catch it. If I don't, I don't. To me, there's a lot more important things that require praying. So I've just never felt that praying for a train is necessary. But as a Christian, I do pray a lot. As the Bible tells us to. Hey, Real Rail fan, I'm going to Junction City tomorrow. Any tips for train spotting? Scout, okay. Depending on the time of day you're going, what you should do is before you go there, look on Google Maps, Google Earth, whatever it is you can look at, some kind of map, and find yourself a location on both the... Basically where, if you're going in the morning or if you're going at night, where you won't be shooting, videoing, photographing into the sun. You want to have that sun at your back. So just scout out the area, find a spot where you're not trespassing, where you're safely, safe distance away from the track, where you'll have nice backlight behind you. Because I've made the mistake going to some locations where, we can use this for an example. Right now, I am on the north side of the track. Sun is right there. So if I have a train coming from the west coming at me, very bad location. Now, if a train is coming from the east and it's coming at me, perfect lighting. Now, with this location, there really is no way that I can be on the south side of the track. So before you go there, just look and see, is there a spot you can go to on either side that won't screw you over with lighting depending on the time of day you're there. That kind of makes sense, I hope. Because bad backlight, that's going to really throw you off. You're welcome. Have you ever watched Full Metal Jacket? Yes, I have. As a matter of fact, I gotta show you something. This is too funny. So, I'm wearing this grunt style hoodie. Check out this. That reminds you of anything? Since you're speaking of Full Metal Jacket? Just replace hoodie with, you know what. I don't know if YouTube will let me say the word, so I won't. But if you guys have seen Full Metal Jacket, you will know exactly what that is. Yep. You're welcome, by the way, United. Sorry if I didn't say that. One time, I waited 3 hours for a Heritage Unit trio of UP 1943, UP 1988, UP 1995. I've gotten all those. Hee hee.
BNSF West Sub Dispatcher, BNSF 5785 East. Okay, 6 Northtown's coming through University now. If you want to start them down this way, you need multiple changes of direction at University. Didn't hear you, sir. Alright, BNSF 5785, when you get the signal there at University, you do have permission to make multiple changes of direction in the plant. Over. That's correct, over. BNSF, what's up, dispatcher?
Well, you can probably find it on Amazon. I think that's where I got this one, was Amazon. So, the brand is Grunt Style is the brand. And then you could probably just search Grunt Style standard issued hoodie. Maybe that might come up. Or you can search Grunt Style, this is my hoodie. I like the patriotic stuff, so that's why. Because I also have a Grunt Style 1776 hoodie where it says 1776 on the front, has like a black and white kind of rustic American flag on the back, and then all Grunt Style hoodies, t-shirts on the left arm have the little Grunt Style, this we will defend, with the pew-pews on the side, and then on the right arm you got the American flag, normal, not rustic looking, on the right arm. So what they do on the arms, they do that on all their, because I got a few of their t-shirts too, and they do that on both hoodies and t-shirts. That's why I like Grunt Style. Patriotic, man, I love them. 26%. One bad thing, one bad thing about there not being many trains, and there's more of you guys watching, I end up talking a lot more. So I'm happy I brought these Mountain Dews along, so I have something to drink a little bit. I could tell, like, this talking gets to you after a little while. And the problem is when you got more people talking, more people asking questions, it gets you to talk a lot more. It's the one downfall to having a lot of people. Not saying it's a bad thing. I still enjoy it. Really enjoy it. Just a little something I've noticed. Yep. Still all good though. Mountain Dew equals good hydration. Oh no, not equals good hydration. I don't care. Keeps me going. Better than me bringing a Monster Energy or a C4 out here. One of those energy drinks. I almost considered bringing a C4, but like, yeah, nah, probably not. I drink C4s at work, but I only do it in the morning because when I first started drinking C4, I would drink them in the afternoon at work, but then I'd have a real hard time going to bed because once you drink it in the afternoon, that stuff takes multiple hours before it wears off. So I found out, well, if I drink it in the morning until lunch, then I have all afternoon till I go to bed for it to wear off. So I don't drink C4 in the afternoon, so that's why I didn't bring one out here. Because I'm like, yeah, I'd be up really late tonight if I did that. But yeah, C4 is very good. You ever tried it, Jesse? No, not that C4. Not the explosive type. Well, technically it actually makes you explode with energy. Blowing up the Chivas. Oh, gotcha. I was gonna say, if you have tried it, you need to try the fruit punch flavor, the Hawaiian punch. Oh my gosh, that is good. I got this one coworker that likes to drink the C4 as well, and I would always drink the green apple one, and then this one coworker's like, brought in this one can, like, you have to try this flavor. I don't get the green apple anymore. Get the fruit punch. Prefer throwing them. What? You don't like to do like in the action movies, like what Chuck Norris would do, or what they do in like Stargate, where they take the C4 and they like sticky it to the side of something and then blow it up? Granted, I guess, yeah, throwing it would be fun too, but it looks so cool in the action movies, you know? They're under fire and they're going in there and they're just sticking it to the side of something and then kablamo. Maybe that's why nothing's coming. Someone blew them up. I sure hope not. Oh, Real Railfan is live. Let's sabotage his whole stream. Well, we won't let him win. Can't see any trains. We'll still make the best of a bad situation and turn it into a chatting session. Facts. And then when the rail fans leave, all, head down in shame, then the railroad's like, ha, we got him. All right, let the trains loose. They're gone. Man, it's crazy how it cools down when the sun goes behind a cloud. Good grief. Actually feels nice though. It's on that hairy edge where I can almost feel like I want to take the sweater off, but I can still bearable. So
25th, Northtown Galesburg.
Northtown Gale.
T3603.
All right. There's no more. Yeah, I think I might call it. Signals are red and everything. And I'm running out of things to talk about. So, yeah, I think we're going to call it here. Thank you all very much for watching. Thanks for sticking around, Chessie. Really appreciate it. Everybody who has. Nice we hit 22 likes. That was awesome. I think we were at 23 and then one of the likes disappeared. So I guess somebody got bored. Thank you all very much for watching.